The Dragon and the Princess. Once upon a time, in a country far away, there lived a dragon. He was not a very bad dragon, as dragons go, but most people kept well away from his cave in the misty mountains. His name was Magnus. Like most dragons, Magnus was really only interested in one thing: treasure. His cave was dripping with jewels, and piles of gold and silver covered the floor. Magnus knew exactly how much treasure he had. He was perfectly happy. One day in spring, Magnus came out of his cave to stretch his wings. He flew around the mountain peaks and enjoyed himself trying out some dragon acrobatics. He was just finishing a wobbly loop-the-loop when he noticed something. Far below, a procession of people and animals was slowly making its way along a narrow mountain path, led by a girl wearing a crown and riding a white horse. As soon as he saw the travelers, Magnus began to wonder if they might be carrying gold and jewels. The glint of the girl's crown caught his eye. Here was a chance to add to his treasure store. With what he hoped was a terrifying roar, Magnus threw down and landed just in front of the visitors. He saw at once that the girl in front was wearing a royal robes and was probably a princess. Her first words showed he was right. "I am Princess Merlina," she said, "and you are in my way." Magnus frowned. No one talks to a dragon like that. He took a deep breath and blew scary flames from his nostrils. The princess did not seem frightened, but her horse reared up. Although the princess clung on, her crown slipped off her head and hurtled down into the deep valley below, twinkling and shining as it fell. Magnus could not help it. He forgot about trying to frighten the princess and peered down to see where the sparkly treasure had fallen. Merlina scrambled from her horse. The princess and the dragon had exactly the same thought at exactly the same moment. "I must get that crown." All Magnus had to do was swoop down, seize the crown, and fly away with it. The princess interrupted his thought. "Thank goodness," she cried. "That's only my traveling crown. My two most precious crowns are in my jewel chest. Please, please, take that crown if you must, but don't take my jewel chest." Magnus spread his wings and snorted a few more flames to show he meant business. The princess signed and beckoned two servants. They staggered forward, each holding one handle and a huge chest. Completely forgetting about the crown below, Magnus seized the chest with the claws of his scaly feet. Only the thought of the gold and the jewels inside gave him the strength to lift it, and it was not until the sunset that he reached his cave. Meanwhile, The princess sent her page boy to clamber down and rescue her crown, and the royal party left the misty mountains with all possible speed. That night, Magnus snapped the lock of the chest and opened it to find a picnic. For a moment, he was furious, but not for long. It was a royal picnic after all, and even jewels don't stop a dragon's tummy from rumbling. And this is the end.